Hey folks, it's Mr. Patrick from the library. I'm here with our first project for Tinkers and Thinkers 2021, optical spinners. It's a pretty simple one, should just take us a few minutes to create. Start by getting your cardstock out, all right, the one that says optical spinners. We're gonna first cut out these two circles, all right? Now you may find that when they come out of a tube, it's a little bit curly, so I recommend rolling it in the opposite direction, smoothing it out on the edge of the table to get these nice and flat, all right? We're gonna cut them out together with a pair of scissors and voila, it should look like this, all right? So we'll have two of these spinners, and what we're gonna do is attach them to this spinny motor, all right? The motor is gonna be powered by this battery, this AA battery, and to make things easier, we're gonna lock it into this battery holder, all right? But before we put the battery inside, since we don't really have an on-off switch, let's go ahead and attach our battery holder to our motor. Now I've made this a little bit easier for myself by popping off these little black ends with the toothpick I've got. You don't have to, but the main thing to remember about a circuit is that you need to have a really strong contact between the metal ends, all right? So some people cut this short and strip it. That's a little bit fancy. You don't need to do it. We're just going to tape the metal ends together so we have a nice strong contact there, all right? So let's do that. Get a little piece of tape and go ahead and attach one end to the other. Now, depending on which way you tape this, your motor is going to turn one direction or the other. And if you want to end it spinning a different way, you can very simply attach these leads to the opposite ends, all right? But if those metal parts are not touching, you won't have a complete circuit and your motor will not run, all right? So there we go. Going to go ahead and tape that up. Doesn't have to be pretty. With tinkering, you mostly just want to make sure it works, and then we can focus on making it look nice and tidy. All right. Once I've got it taped together, let's pop in the battery and make sure our connection is stable. Up. Can you see it moving? You can hear it, right? That's what should be happening at home with you right now. If it's not turned on and running, first make sure that your battery is locked in and that it's the right direction, all right? The negative sign should be on the springy side. And you also need to make sure that the connection of your leads or the wires are nice and strong, right? Metal to metal, right? If the metal is not touching the other one, there cannot be an electrical current flowing through it, all right? So we've got that going on. Go ahead and pop that battery back out now that you know that it's working. And we're going to go ahead and attach this to the spinning peg on our motor, all right? How do we do that? Well, you can just tape it on straight, or you can use this little plastic cup, all right? I've already punched a little hole in there for you so it can pop on like that, all right? So I'm going to attach this bit right in the middle of the back of my spiral. And again, just going to use a little bit of tape and try to get it as centered as I can on the back of my cup. All right, just like that. Just taped it to the back. And now, when I put it back on my motor, I've got this, all right? Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and put my battery back in to turn the motor on. And you'll notice I've got my optical spinner. So here's the deal with this guy. This optical spinner will really mess with your eyes if you stare right in the middle of it for like 20 or 30 seconds, all right? And I'm going to let you try this at home. But if you hold it out at arm's length in front of somebody's face or in front of a picture, stare into that spinning spiral for 20 to 30 seconds and pull it away, you will see things change size, right? People's heads will look like they're ballooning or shrinking. It's pretty amazing what happens. And it's because this optical spinner is tricking the receptors in our eyes, all right? We're posting more information on the Exploratorium page. Their Science Snack page where I got this template and this idea for this project has a little bit more information about the science behind these optical spinners, all right? You can do the very same thing with your second spinner, and you'll see this guy will do something a little bit different than this one, all right? So try them both and see what happens. Thanks for building with me. We'll see you in the next video.